Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kivo back at it again with another unboxing, and I'm super stoked to unbox this because I did get Spryzen S3 or whatever you want to call it. So I did go to my Target today and I did find all of the new switchstrike Beyblades, so that includes Alter Cognite, Legend Spryzen, obviously, Crusher Doomsizer, and that Genesis Valtryek recolor. So I did find a new wave, and I was pretty shocked because my area kind of gets stuff late, so I'd highly recommend to check out your local Targets. You might actually find this stuff. Another crazy thing is that there's only one of each, so there wasn't much stock left. I don't know if they sold out or if they just have limited stock, but definitely go check out your stores. This Beyblade obviously is super hyped, and that's why I had to get it. I did also get Crusher Doomsizer, which I'll probably upload the unboxing after this video. But yeah, this is part of the switchstrike system, and it is a super hype release because, of course, it is Shoes Beyblade, and everybody wants it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it close up and open this up. So, like I said, your boy was super excited to get this in the store. I rarely ever find new stuff at my Target, so this was crazy. Look at that packaging though. I have to give Hasbro props. They really fixed their stuff up this time around. I actually am a huge fan of the packaging. I mean, honestly, if you looked at the first wave of stuff and all that, the packaging was just so lazy and really boring in my opinion. So to do this makeover was totally necessary. I mean, just look at that, like the details on the back. It actually explains the gimmicks as well, so you know what you're getting. It might be a little bit exaggerated, but still really nice. It's very appealing, and I could definitely see kids wanting to buy this off the shelf. So big ups to Hasbro once again. Whoever fixed that up, big props to you. Anyway, there's not much else to this packaging, so let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And unfortunately, this isn't really a box, so I can't save the packaging. It just kind of gets destroyed in the process. Very unfortunate. You know, I like to collect Kartomi boxes, but I really can't collect Hasbro stuff. Here is the instructions. Pretty straightforward. I think it explains how to switch the modes on this guy. So yeah, it does give you directions. You do have to use the tool for changing the modes. I might actually make a video on that if you guys want to see that, how to change modes on Spryzen. Anyway, here is the ripcord, which as far as I can tell has been redesigned. The first one was pretty flimsy looking, and in this one they kind of took the handle from the regular ripcords in Burst. So they got that circular handle now. I'm not sure how good that is exactly because I don't really use ripcords, but it looks much better now. And then it does have this nub right here, which I think all ripcords have. You use this little nub right here to change the modes on Legend Spryzen. So very neat. Now let's move on to the launcher, which I've heard a lot of good things about. Once again though, I am not a ripcord launcher guy. I actually prefer to use the LR string launcher, which Hasbro does have a version of that now too. I might have to pick that one up if I ever do see it. Unfortunately, I did not see one at my Target, but maybe I'll get one online. Here is the launcher though. It's nice and white. It has a very similar design to the Proto Launcher by Takara, and it does have the words Beyblade right there. It also is dual spin, so you can use any kind of Beyblade on this. Very convenient, so you don't have to be using a lot of launchers. And I think it's free spinning, or actually it's, let's see this, because I feel like the other one was free spinning. So to use right spin, you insert the ripcord, and it doesn't seem to be free spinning anymore. That's actually a good thing because I feel like it might be more durable now, and yeah. Once again though, I don't use ripcord launchers, but I might test this out or something. I'm not sure. And next, we do have the contents. Now, I do like the fact that they secured everything in this package. And I always wondered why they did that. I think partially also is because people do steal the Beyblades. Like, I've seen people, or I've heard of people ripping apart the packaging. And it's very sad, but it's like a countermeasure, I guess. to secure the parts in the packaging. Wow, that is a lot of like these little ties. That is unreal, guys. So yeah, they really did lock down the parts on this packaging, which once again, it's a very good thing. Alright, so I did get a closer shot of the parts just to show you every single detail and show that crispy HD quality of my camera. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys each part in detail and I'm going to do a comparison right after. But let's start off with the driver. So here it is, and let me get the packaging because I don't know the name. This is TB06, aka Merge. Honestly, I'd rather go with Merge. It just makes more sense to me and it's easy to remember. So the driver does come in a nice maroon color. The rubber is black, just how it should be. And the design is all there. So very, very nice. I feel like the rubber is a little bit softer, which could be a good thing. That could mean more grip on the stadium and more of an aggressive movement. And let's just hope this doesn't wear down that quick, because I know the Takara Tomy version does wear down pretty fast, and you'll get what I mean if you actually own a Takara Tomy version. But yeah, very, very nice. I like the fact that they also went with regular colors, not some weird recolor. So very awesome. Now, one more thing I did notice was that instead of that weird stamp being like right here, popping off or showing off, it is now on the side. So you will no longer see it when you assemble it. So that's a very nice touch. I still don't understand why they have it though. And now moving on to the disc. So this is 7. I really don't think there's much of a difference between this and Takara Tomy's. There might be a slight weight variation, but other than that, it's pretty much identical. Also, really easy way to get this disc now. It's one of the heavier discs available, and I think it's still used quite a bit for attack combos and all that. So very, very easy to get disc. And of course, the layer right here, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to. So this is a Legend Spryzen or Spryzen S3. Yeah, I mean, just looking at it right now, it looks almost identical to Takara Tomy's. They even nailed the stickers and of course the colors. The God chip is made out of metal. It is actually made out of metal, guys, which is pretty freaking sick. Now, one thing I did notice though is the foggy plastic, which I am a huge hater of. I am not a big fan of this foggy plastic at all. It really does kind of kill the aesthetic, but it's still really nice. The colors make up for it, and the stickers are pretty much tattooed on, so you don't have to worry about them falling off like the Takara Tomy version. Now let's look at the bottom, the slopes. There we go, the slopes. I don't know how to feel about these. I mean, I don't really own much Hasbro Burst to begin with, but these look relatively flat. Once again, I don't know if that's a good thing, but we'll see in battles, I guess. There's also the QR code if you guys do want to scan it. It's right there for you guys to scan, but yeah, man. The underside though, other than that, it looks identical. I'm just not sure about those slopes. And I guess to change the modes, we do have to use the ripcord. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, so it's actually pretty straightforward. You get that little knob, like I said, you stick it and then you just twist to whatever direction. So this will lock it into left spin. And it is a pretty tight lock. I don't see that coming apart at all. I'm gonna switch it back to right spin. So yeah, very, very easy to change actually. I'm pretty impressed. So now let's put this together, and I did want to see the tightness of the slopes. So let's try that again. yeah, I definitely feel like there is quite a bit of resistance with these. Despite being flat, they do hold up pretty well. Now, I have heard of slopes wearing down over time, even though it sounds kind of ridiculous. It does happen, I guess. As of right now, these slopes do seem very resistant to bursting, so very nice. And just look at that, it is beautiful. Overall, man, I don't know, this looks pretty much identical to Takaratomi's. Here's a Takaratomi one. You can just see, like, the major difference really is the plastic, the clear plastic versus the foggy plastic. But other than that, look at that, it's like identical, really. Obviously the driver is a slightly different shade. This is more like a maroon, this is a really, really dark red, almost like a black. Then of course there is the difference in the locking mechanism, so teeth versus slopes. I'm not sure which one's better at this point. I'm leaning towards teeth, to be honest, but who knows? The slopes might actually be better. I guess only time will tell, right? Or maybe some battles. Maybe we won't get a battle going on between these two. But yeah, you guys can see that really, like, if you can't go for Takaratomi, and believe me, Takaratomi prices are increasing quite a bit. It's kind of getting ridiculous right now. Like, if you really just want to go for the Beyblade, just go for Hasbro. You're not going to miss out on a lot besides the teeth. I'm so happy with Hasbro just because they're finally following through with their colors, and this definitely looks more anime, I guess. My only complaint really, and once again, why I never really get into Hasbro Burst is, number one, it's kind of hard to keep up with Hasbro and Takaratomi. It really does cost a lot. This starter, I mean, it was 13 bucks, much cheaper than the Takaratomi Legend Spriggan, but still, to buy both is a lot, and I just can't afford it, really. The other thing is the foggy plastic. Never been a fan of it, never will. And then the last thing is the slopes. Some people like them, some people hate them. I'm kind of more on the not liking them side. But like I said, this is definitely a really, really close second to the original, and props to Hasbro once again. So now I am going to do a test battle between these two because I feel like it's definitely needed. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And the Takaratomi version did win, but it had just one click. Now, I think this Hasbro one did lose just because the merge driver is fairly brand new, so it doesn't have a lot of stamina. But you could tell it is very, very aggressive. I think it might even be more aggressive than the Takaratomi version, so really cool. Alright, so that sums up my unboxing of Legend Spryzen or Spryzen S3. Overall, I do feel like this is definitely a step up from Hasbro's side. Like, they definitely are doing good with switchstrike. And honestly, if you really do want this Beyblade and you can't afford Takaratomi or you don't want to wait for shipping, definitely go for this, especially if you see it in your local store. Like, it's definitely worth the 12 or 13 bucks. Now, with all that being said, make sure to let me know down below if you do want to see a battle with this and its Takaratomi version. I think it would make up a really, really cool battle. And also, smash that like button down below and subscribe. And most importantly, that's right, smash that notification bell down below. That will just make sure that you get notified whenever I upload. Stay tuned for my Crusher Doomsizer unboxing. That will probably be uploaded after this video, if not in a couple videos. So yeah, I do have one more switchstrike to show you guys. And yeah, so until next time, guys, see ya.